Hello and welcome to another episode. We're your hosts. I'm Sean Calhoun, and I got my lovely wife
Christina Calhoun.
with us today. And today we're going to be talking about a question that was asked to us actually just yesterday. And that was, why do most agents fail? And again, we'll get into that. We'll actually 87% of real estate agents fail. That's from a study from the National Association of Real Estate. So we're going to talk about that, and so you won't have that. We'll go into why that happens, and maybe you can find out why that happens so that you can actually avoid those things and you can have the success that you're looking for. Before we get right into it, I do want to let you know we have a wonderful new website where you can search for homes, and that's prettyhomerealty.com.
This is a real-time live search.
That's right. We're connected directly to the multiple listing service. So you can actually search for homes in cities all over. So enjoy that. But if you really are looking for, tips on training and real estate, then you can check out prettyhomeacademy.com. There you'll see videos as well as a lot of new tips on that. And then you can check out our website as well. All right, so let's get right into it. Again, the statistic is 87% of real estate agents fail. And just to be specific, that's in their first 5 years. Can you flip into this screen?
Mm-hmm.
That is in their first 5 years that they actually fail. Now, why is that? We're just going to go over some of the points today because there are obviously a lot of reasons, but we're going to cover some of the main reasons and things that we want you to kind of avoid. So the first one is going to be what, Christina? I'll let you hit it.
The first reason has to do with having kind of an unrealistic expectation of what being a realtor is.
Right. So I'll give you a quick example. I went to school, I say like to college, actually even in high school I took classes, but I went to college to be an engineer. Okay. Specifically a mechanical design engineer. So when I was hired at my job, an engineering job, the firm, they trained me. First I met everyone. I saw where I was going to sit, my cubicle, all that stuff. They trained me, right, really well on okay, this is your job. This is what we're going to need you to do. So they trained me in my job, right? And then I did my job, right? And then I got paid for my job. So it was just like that. Trained me, I did my job, I got paid for it. Very straightforward. Now, with real estate, it's different. The difference is when you just say, okay, I'm coming into real estate to get my real estate agent's license. The first thing you're going to do, it's more like starting a business most of the time.
And a lot of times people don't realize that.
Yeah. So that's the expectation. You are starting a business, more than likely. So, and when I say more than likely, that's because if you join a team, you're plugging into a business versus most agents actually are not joining a team. They're just going into business for themselves. Okay. So if you start the first thing they don't know is what, Christina?
They don't really know how to run a business.
Right? What most people don't know how to run a business. Have you went to business school, or have you taken business classes, or did you read a book on business? Like most of the times, I mean, let's start even before the business. Most of the times, okay, we talked about with our jobs what we do, right? We get trained, right? And then we do our job and we get paid. With real estate, you get trained to take a license, you get trained for your license. Then you get a license and then you're on your own. You have a license to do your business. So now you don't know, I mean, you just have this license. So that's why, just the expectation of that, you need to know what you're doing. Okay. So that's, to me, that's the biggest reason why people fail. They're used to having a job. I mean, like myself, I had a job, I did my job, I got paid. So what else? What are some other reasons why you would say that real estate agents fail, Christina?
Well, they might not realize that when you take that test, it's basically teaching you ethics and laws. It's not teaching you how to get a client, how to put together a contract, how to get leads, how to do marketing. All those things are involved in running a successful business. So they don't have experience in doing any of those things. And it turns into this frustrating cycle of trying to piece together this
Right,
complex puzzle. And it unfortunately leads to a lot of people not having that
right,
success.
right. So with any business, you have the actual business that you're in, and then marketing, lead generation, right? So if you're coming from a job, most of the times you may have some sales skills. That may be something that a reason why you're coming into it.
Mm-hmm.
But some people don't even have the sales skills. So that's something that you're going to have to develop or have. Okay, coming in, you're going to have these skills or develop, or the best of both worlds, both. You have some skills and you're continually developing them. So that's going to get you paid quick because you need to make some dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stay focused on sales. The second portion of it, and most people just don't know these things, right? The second portion of it is the business aspects, like Christina was saying. What is a profit and loss statement? You might know that. You might say, "Oh, I know exactly what that is," but you may not. So you need to just get some basic, how to run a basic business. There are books, on real estate that just show like the basics of the business, like how to run it. And most of the stuff is how to run a brokerage. And even though you may not be running a brokerage, uh, you basically have to do the same things that you would do to run a brokerage. And
Mm-hmm.
most people just don't know that. They say, "Hey, I have a broker and I'm ready to go." And they don't know these things. So those are some of the reasons why people fail like really quickly.
I think another aspect of it is once you start taking in all these techniques and learning things, really being disciplined to implement them is so important because there's no manager over you saying you got to do this, this, and this today. It's up to you to actually do the things that you're learning.
That's right. Another reason is mentorship. Mentorship. If you think about it, anyone who is, let's just say you're an executive, okay, or you are the owner of a company. Who is your boss? You're gonna have advisors or mentors. So most people coming into this, they're just trying to do everything themselves. They don't have these advisors. They don't have these mentors, and they run out of time and money. So most of the time they run out of money.
Because you're
Okay.
learning how to do all these things and trying to put them in place, and it's
Right.
like the bills still keep coming.
That's right. That's right. So those are some of the main things. Now, how can someone possibly avoid those? What are some things that we could do to avoid those? Well, we did discuss one. I kind of gave you one. One thing you could do, actually, we gave a few, but one of the things is you can actually join a team. Okay, so if you join a team, and again, Christina's going to tell you not all teams are created equally. So let's throw that out there first.
Right.
But if you join a real estate team, quite often they'll already have a lot of things in place. It's not exactly like a corporation, like a job, but it's closer to a job because you have a specific function on the team. You'll probably be maybe a buyer's agent or a selling agent, or maybe you'll work with tenants, or maybe you'll work with landlords. You'll have some sort of specific job that you can get trained on, you can learn it, and you'll start getting paid quickly because there's already business coming in. So that's one way to really jumpstart it. But again, all teams aren't created equally. Just give me a little snippet on that. What do we mean by that?
Well, some teams are set up just for you to take calls or make cold calls. They can give you a script and tell you what to say, but that's the extent of your position, right? So some teams are set up to be a little more well-rounded, where they provide mentorship, they provide coaching, hands-on training. So it does, you really do have to do your research to see what kind of setup is in place.
What type of team is it really?
Mm-hmm.
And also, like Christina was saying, what are they offering? So another thing with running a business is you have to have business systems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of those systems could be a contact management system. I didn't even know that I needed one. I mean, I thought I was the contact management system. I pick up the phone.
That's because you were.
I contact people, right? Exactly. So we can tell you how to fail. I've done it. I've done it. I've failed really quickly. And so again, we didn't know these things, but a good team will offer you a contact management system of some sort so that you can stay in touch with your customers and things like that, and just train you on some of those things.
And working with someone who's actually invested in your success rather than you just being another person in the company. If they're actually invested in your success, then that's going to increase your chances of being successful also.
Yeah. We have more tips on prettyhomeacademy.com. We'd love for you to check it out so that you can really have the success and not be counted in that 87%. Okay. So definitely go to prettyhomerealty.com, and we'll definitely see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.